Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Inspired to Transfer. My name is Whitney Akinyi. If you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share, and leave a comment. So the basic goal of this show is to inspire transformation through a shift of mindset for a better tomorrow. And what that basically entails is conversations on a wide variety of topics that range from relationships to psychology to your health to finances to every single thing and every single factor that contributes to your success. The first tip is the 50 by 30 by 20 rule. What basically this entails is 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% goes into your wants, and 20% goes into your savings. So what is categorized under the needs is the basic human needs. We're talking about shelter, food, health, all the basic things you require to live a productive and healthy life, like to live in general, just to live. Second thing is wants. Let me give you an example. Wi-Fi conveniences your life. It makes your life easier, but you can do without it. So Wi-Fi falls under the wants category. And last but not least is savings. So when I look at this whole rule and this whole strategy, I revamp it because at the moment I still live with my parents. So I don't have many needs that I cater for on my own. So for me, most of my income goes into savings, like 50 to 60% goes into savings. Then 20% goes into day-to-day operations, and that includes buying snacks, I love junk, transport, chilling with friends and whatnot. But the most critical thing is to understand that you need to save. Honestly, this corona has taught us one thing, and that one thing is, one, you need to have different revenue streams. Two, you need to save. Honestly, because right now most of us are at home. So what's our source of income right now? That's the first question. Second question is, did we save for this pandemic? Did we save for whatever is going on right now? Are we able to pay our rent and get food on the table for the next 6 to 12 months? That's the question you should ask yourself. And that only goes to show how important saving is. The second point is using cash. Cash. There's a huge difference between using cash and credit cards or debit cards or Pesa or mobile payments. Why? There is a huge attachment that you have when you have cash. If you have 5,000 in your wallet and you spend 3,000 on shoes, you will literally take a second to think about that purchase that you make. And when you use debit cards or credit cards or whatever, M-Pesa, and when you use debit cards, credit cards, or M-Pesa, that leeway of time is not there. It's a question of keying in the amount, keying in your PIN number, and boom, the money has been transferred. So you don't tend to feel anything when you're using debit cards and any electronic means of payments. It's next to, you have zero feelings for that because you can't see it, you're not emotionally attached to it. You feel like the money in itself is so far away from you. But when it's in cash, my friend, you will rethink that purchase because you left the house with 1,000. You've reached town, it's already 800. Where is the money? You ask yourself, where's the money? But if it's on M-Pesa, you don't even bother. You're like, but maybe I bought credit, or maybe you brush it off so easily. After using the first tip, the money that you are left with for your day-to-day operations, make sure it's in cash, because M-Pesa and the debit cards will milk you dry. Another tip in relation to the second tip that I've just given is using envelopes. I personally have not used this before. I came across it and found it very interesting. So you see, let me give you an example. If you have saved 60% of your income, you're left with 40, and out of the 40, you've decided 20% is going to go into day-to-day operation. So divide that 20% into specifics. So for this month, let's say the 20% is 10,000. So for this month, I'm going to spend 3,000 on my hair. Put that 3,000 in an envelope and label it. You need transport. Put aside a certain amount for transport for the whole month. Calculate it. Put it in the envelope. Put it aside. What else? Lunch with your friends. You've already set out a certain amount for lunch with your friends for the month. So this business of someone telling you, yo, let's go to Westmall, Westgate, wherever people go. Let's go for dinner, let's go for this, let's. You're just going. And you don't have money. Remember, you've not budgeted for that money, my friend. Even when you're removing your small two legs from the house, going where 18, na hauna ndururu. Hey, please sit down. Sit your ass down. If you don't have the money, there's nowhere you're going. You have not budgeted for it. And there's no need for you to pluck money from your savings account to fund your lifestyle. We're not doing that, my friends. We are not doing that. If you have set aside money for savings, leave it there. Leave it. And yeah, so I really like this method and I'm going to start using it soon. The next tip is amazing and will make you question every single choice you make with the money. So basically what it entails is calculating the amount of money you've spent against your working hours. Let me give you an example. Let's say you earn 1,000 per day for the whole month per day, and that equates to 30,000. Let's say 30,000, 25 to 30,000 per month. So when you make a purchase, let me give you an example. So when you make a purchase, let's say you're buying shoes worth 3,000. Ask yourself, how many more hours or days do I have to work to get this 3,000 back? My friend, you'll realize you will work more than 2 days. Because if you're earning 1,000 per day, that means you'll work 3 full days. Honestly, guys, is it worth it? Is it worth it to say in a month of 31 days, 1 day was dedicated to paying the amount that I spend on the shoes that I wear once or twice a month? Honestly, it's not worth it. After coming across this, I was like, I should really do myself more of this justice, because I usually spend my money. I'm very impulsive, but I'm controlling it. And I always do purchases because of how I feel. It's always a question of, okay, I feel so sad, let me go buy snacks. Okay, I feel so sad, let me go buy Bill Gates' daughter, please. Last but not least, if you want to buy something, you need to develop the sense of delayed gratification. Wait till the next day. If you feel like, hey bruh, I got to eat this, hey, I have to buy these shoes, I need to do this, wait till the next day. In doing this, you give yourself enough time to process the information. That whole time and that leeway that you give yourself makes you realize, okay, wait, but I have other black pair of shoes, so I don't need these ones. Maybe instead of getting black, I'll get white. But if I get white, I'll wear them like once because I don't want to wash them, because I don't want them to get dirty. Then you're like, okay, so if I'm going to wear them once, do I really need them? No. So by waiting, you end up changing your decision, and you end up saving money. And it's not really saving money, it's really a question of not spending money. So guys, please try and incorporate these tips that I've given you when it comes to managing your finances and going about your mentality and relationship with money. And to add on to that, always ask yourself this prompt question. Will spending money on this particular item bring me closer to my goal or take me 10 steps back from achieving my goal? Which brings the question of finances, just like everything else in your life, needs to have a goal. You need to know where you're going. You need to know what you want and how much you want to achieve at a certain point in your life, how you want to do it. Because in doing that, you give yourself the sense of urgency. You know you need this money by this because you want to do and partake in this other project. And this project can't happen unless you have the money. So always have a financial goal. And if your spending habits do not take you and push you towards achieving your goal, then you need to rethink and re-strategize how you approach spending. You really need to. If you're not able to save a large amount of your money, then you need to ask yourself, how else can I increase my income streams? What else can I do to make money? How else am I going to increase my savings? Because it's factual. You can't save what you don't have. So if you're at the point where you're thinking, what am I saving? What you need to be asking yourself is, how am I going to make that money? Because if there's no money, then there's no savings. And if a problem arises in the future, then you're stuck with the problem. Why? Because you didn't have money to save to help you out in that problem. You see, it's a ripple effect. And I know I keep insisting with this word ripple effect, but for every action, there is a reaction. It doesn't matter if the reaction will happen in 10 years' time, it will still happen and it will bite you in the back. The perfect investment example would be in 2016, thereabout, one Bitcoin went for about 40,000 Kenya shillings. In 2016, that was 4 years ago. In 2018 or 2018, late December, early November, one Bitcoin was at 2 million Kenya shillings. So it took 4 years for your money to grow from 40,000 to 2 million. Are you seeing? So had you spent that 40,000 on human hair or whatever, you would not have had the money to. So you see, there's someone who bought one Bitcoin at 40,000 and patiently waited. 2 years later, the person is a millionaire. Then there's someone who said, you know what, you only live once. I'm going to go buy a whole bottle of rosé, or I don't know, I'm going to go buy human hair wig, I'm going to do this, that. In 2 years' time, the person who chose instant gratification is the one who's losing. The person who chose delayed gratification is the one who's winning. But in the real sense, at the moment, the two don't really look alike. The person who's really looking all flashy right now looks like they're winning. But in 2 years' time, who will be the winner? Those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. And with that having been said and done, thank you so much for watching this video up until here. If you still have not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share, and leave a comment. And ensure you bless us all with this content, because some of us, or rather most of us, need to learn these things as early as possible before it's too late. Stay safe and always choose productivity. Bye.